As promised, here's the first installment of the misadventures of Big T and Little Me. This one's called the Canoe Trip, or as Big T likes to call it, the time we almost drowned. It was our first weekend together. Love was in the air and we were going on a romantic canoe trip. First order of business, load up the canoe. As we waded in the shallow water around the dock, loading up supplies, I counted 10 water snakes around us. He told me that 90% of his friends would be on the dock by now, screaming like little girls. I said that I used to swim after them at my cottage and drag them back by the tails. In hindsight, I don't think they really enjoyed that. It was a perfect day, sun shining, no wind, new love, and a canoe. We paddled across the lake to a beautiful bay behind the peninsula, where he fished and I basked in the beauty and serenity of it all, especially when juxtaposed against the insanity of our lives in the real world. We found a hidden pond surrounded by reeds and other water plants and went in through a small opening. It was magical. We stayed there for almost an hour, baking in the sun and talking nonstop, getting to know each other. It was so romantic. That is, until he said, "There's water coming in the canoe." I looked and saw a small crack with weeds poking through it, but it wasn't too bad. T said that when we left that spot, we needed to find a shallow area and see if we could block it. We went back to talking, losing ourselves in the moment, until somehow we moved the canoe a bit, which pulled the weeds out of the crack, thus allowing the water to start coming in. A lot. Oh shit. Time to find a shallow area. Now. Leaving paradise behind, we paddled like mad until we found a good spot to get out of the canoe. Not so bad for Big T, as he was 6'3", but for little 5' me, ew. I had water shoes on, but I sank in sludge up to my knees. Ew. He pushed his side down to bail out the water while I was on the side of the canoe with the crack, drying it and trying to cover out the only tape he had in his fishing vest, electric tape. For future reference to anyone wanting to embark on a similar venture, don't bring electric tape. It didn't stick for shit. I believe that he has since added duct tape to his fishing supplies. We managed to slow the flow of water and walk the canoe as far as we could to not put pressure on the shitty tape until necessary. We finally climbed back in, then paddled like hell across the lake, like our lives depended on it. Which it did, because as we got in, the tape came off almost immediately. But we made it across the lake without sinking. In the end, it wasn't a very deep lake, so I think the only way Big T would have drowned is if he stood on his head.